During the events of the Civil War, a lot of messed up things happened, but most notable one was Tony's creating a clone of Thor just to use some god-level muscle to fight against Captain America and his forces. However, when Thor returned and was searching for Asgard, as it's now located on Earth, and his friends' family was lost on the planet, while searching for everyone in New Orleans, he witnessed the destruction caused by a hurricane there. Seeing all the flooded streets, totally ruined houses and people injured all around him, he was wondering why heroes capable of saving even the multiverse didn't even bother to save these people from a pesky hurricane. He felt ashamed that he was not here to save these peoples. Finally, Thor found someone, Ezra, an older man who seems to be in a really bad state. He was mad at the hero for not coming here sooner to help everyone, and seeing Thor now after, and the death and destruction made furious. Ezra started yelling at Thor and even pushes him around. Thor did not say anything, but finally when he speaks, he tells Ezra that he has been dead. That's why he couldn't help these people. But Ezra tells Thor that his death does not change the fact that he had failed these people. Before leaving Thor, Ezra asked him if he is not here to help, then he should just get lost. Thor was left alone to thinking about the entire mess. Suddenly, Iron Man lands right by his side and tries to be friendly with Thor, telling him that he is glad to see his friend alive. Thor was not in the mood for Tony and his humor. Thor didn't even acknowledge Iron Man because of how he disrespected his body to create an abomination. Real reason of Tony's arrival was to inform Thor about the new Superhero Registration Act and also his whole Asgard situation. He explains Thor as the new Asgard, and its people are now on American soil, so now they, and Thor as well, has to follow the American way. Thor had to surrender his freedom and work under the US government to hunt down heroes against the Registration Act, and if not, Asgard will become property of America, and all those Asgardians have to register as well. Basically, Iron Man is giving Thor a clear warning that he has to cooperate, or else face consequence. Thor was already furious with Tony over the whole Civil War situation. During this time, Iron Man, with the help of Thor's genetic code, creates a clone of Thor, and told the world that the creature was real Thor. Iron Man defiled Thor in every way. He can't forgive Tony for all this. Suddenly, Thor started bursts of lightning all around Iron Man. He then hits Tony with Mjolnir, which sends him crashing into a building. Iron Man tries to explain, but Thor was not in the mood. Iron Man shot Thor with his most powerful blast from the reactor core, but that did no damage to Thor. He summons a giant lightning and starts to destroy the Tony's armor without a problem. In the end, he completely destroys his suit. Tony realized that Thor was whole another level this time. In that moment, he reveals that this is the first time he is not holding back in a fight with Iron Man. Tony cannot move as his suit is rendered useless. Thor then grabbed his metal throat, ripping off Tony's mask, revealing his frightened face, makes a final declaration. Thor wants everyone to leave Asgard and his people alone, or else he and his government will learn the true meaning of the God of Thunder. He declared that he is not on either side in this civil wars, but if he's met with any retaliation, he'll change his mind. Tony realizes that he cannot fight nor recruit Thor, provided Asgard diplomatic immunity, and also a promise that government will not get involved in their affairs. This was perfect for Thor, and as he walks away, Iron Man, now in his destroyed armor, asked Thor how he's supposed to get back to base in this, to which Thor suggested to walk. Thor now decides to talk with Ezra. He finds the poor man on the bridge nearby. He was furious that Thor is still in the city, only causing further destruction. Suddenly, a kid shows up, Ezra's niece, and explains how he lost his wife because of the hurricane. Thor understands that pain, and he also realizes Ezra's reality. He tells Ezra that now is the time to wake up and rebuild. Using Mjolnir, Thor awaken a secret power inside of Ezra. That is of Heimdall, the powerful watchman of the Bifrost and Thor's longtime friends. Later at S.H.I.E.L.D. HQ, Tony gets an update on Asgard that Heimdall is now its proctor. When one of the agents asks what they're going to do about Asgard, Tony quietly says they're going to do nothing.